Hey guys, I'm Dave.
And I'm Len.
And today we played Men of Iron Infidel. What is this? Blood and Roses. We played the Agincourt scenario. It's a real small scenario. I had a lot of fun with it, though. Why don't you talk about the game since you read the rules?
Actually, it's 3 games in one package. Men of Iron is a number of medieval battles, and we played the Agincourt scenario, which is a new one. And then Infidel highlights the battles of the Crusades, and Blood and Roses the War of Roses. And they use the same system. And just each scenario is a little different, but due to what type of armies they got. Now I like it because it once you get into the medieval mindset, you get used to not having total control of your armies, and you have to work your way around that or with that. And a lot of times what they use the leadership ratings to reflect the quality of the armies. If it's a poor quality army like the French were today, we have low rated ratings. And actually I took the British had, I think, a 4 and a 5. The King was 6. There was a 4, and I think there was a 5 or something like that. In fact, I thought the British were underrated. So.
Yeah, I had fun playing it. I had to get used to the activation stuff because you get 1 free activation, and then you got to roll to see if any more of your battalions, they call them battles in this, activates and stuff. So that takes a little getting used to, but it's fair because it happens to both sides. Both sides have to roll for the extra battalions to activate. My only complaint about the game, it had a minimum counter count, probably because it was just meant to be a small game, but with the English, if you lose a unit or 2 in the front, I mean you're in a bad situation because they only have English only have 1 unit in reserve. So the English actually won this game. I'm not sure how, because they basically lost most of their front line and stuff, but somehow managed to win.
Yeah. Well, the problem is I had problems coordinating it, and there was one time when the front line broke. I used my activation to rally my units. That gave you time to reorganize the defense, because I had a bunch of disabled units in front. So.
But yeah, now that you mentioned that there's actually 3 games in here, that explains why you had so many damn counter trays in the back.
Yes, that's why I had to buy them to fit them in. So.
But it's definitely a Richard Berg game. I mean, they refer to melee as shock combat and stuff, which is he's the only game author I know of who refers to it as that, or at least that I can remember. Yeah.
Actually, what do you think about the system overall?
The system's not bad. It's better than the typical GMT game as far as ease and learning. I mean, pretty much you can, if you know the rules to this, it looks like you can probably pretty much teach any wargamer how to play it. So I mean, that puts it a step ahead of most GMT games. I mean, there's some GMT games out there where it takes forever to learn the rules and stuff. This seems much tamer.
Actually, it helps to have someone teach it. I found out that there is a rule book, but the thing is, after you play a few scenarios, it becomes easier and easier. Because obviously this was greatly play tested. Because they're putting and you do this, you do this, you do every exception to the rule. It's I always got the idea somebody did this in game testing, so they put it in just to answer your question. So
yeah, even though the English won this, it was actually a really close game. I mean, there was about 4 English units left on the board, and at the end of the game, man, I was 2 away from losing the game on the track. So yeah, I mean, if the game would have went another probably 2 turns, you would have won.
Yeah. My weight of numbers, but the problem, like I said, traffic jams. And I didn't feel like running down my crossbowmen.
One thing I liked about this game is the counters have facing, which I really like. A game like this, they should have facing. So, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty decent Agincourt game. I wouldn't say it's not the best one, but it's easy to learn and very fun to play.
Yeah, because this had to fit into the system.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Actually, I recommend the entire series. In fact, you should buy the box set with all 3 games.
Yeah, here you go. Take a look at the cover in case you guys want to order it. Yeah, I mean, this costs about $90 or something.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad for 3 full war games. That's a really good price,
Well,
actually.
$90 plus shipping. Of course, that's for inflation, so heaven knows what it is now. But if you buy this, you don't have to, for next year, you have enough games to play.
Yeah,
So,
probably, yeah.
so since you have to sit home because no one has any money anymore, what more can you ask for?
All right, thanks, guys. What are we playing next week? Forever War, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll review Forever War next week, most likely. Have a good one.
That's right.